another Hanging with Emma. This is my wonderful friend Haley. And it's fall and it's football season, so you know what that means.
A good vegetable soup and some grilled cheese.
Out your notepads and pens because we're about to tell you your ingredients. Right here we got your mixed vegetables is parsley, your onions, bell peppers, and garlic.
Then we're going to go with some fresh vegetables. Red potatoes, carrots, celery, Creole tomatoes, and some cabbage. When picking the rest of your vegetables, stay away from those cans.
We want to stay away from the preservatives.
Frozen food section is much fresher. Today we picked some purple hull peas, some baby llamas, some sweet corn, and some green beans.
And portobello mushrooms. Okay, the tomatoes you're going to need today is 1 can of puree, 1 can of spicy tomatoes, and about 32 ounces of tomato sauce. And you're going to need a lot of chicken stock. We like our vegetable soup very hearty, so we're going to cook this chuck steak like we're cooking rice and gravy.
On hand, some angel hair pasta. And our seasoning today is black pepper, sea salt, and your favorite Cajun blend. For our grilled cheese, we've got some fresh French bread and 2 types of cheese, pepper jack and Munster.
Okay guys, I'm going to get going to cooking this rice and gravy steak.
And I'm going to go chop these vegetables.
See you in a minute. I'm about to put my chuck steak on, which I'm going to cook like rice and gravy. I'm going to barely cover the bottom with my oil in my small bag. And do not substitute olive oil because it can't take the heat. See how I barely cover the bottom? I'm going to put my heat on high. We're going to sprinkle some sea salt on one side of my steak. And rub it in. How's my vegetables coming?
Great.
My grease looks like it's hot enough. Let's put them in the pot. Oops. You want to put them in salty side up. How I brown that, now you're going to take them out and put it on your mag top. What are you doing now, Haley?
Cutting some cabbage.
My meat's out and look at the gradu at the bottom of my pot. Look how much onions I'm going to throw in there. This is the most important part. To brown my onions in the gradu. Remember, I drained my oil from the pot before I put my onions in. Now I'm going to deglaze my pot with 1/4 of my water. Look at that gradu breaking out of there. A little more water. Look at that gradu breaking out of there. Boy, if you can smell that. You guessed it. We're going to put my meat back in my pot. Stack them in there tight. We're going to put about 1 inch of water in there. And put the top on and put it at low heat.
We're ready to make our vegetable soup, so we're going to start off with our puree. Now this is like the roux for a gumbo.
Next, we're going to put our seasoned vegetables in. On medium-high heat, we're going to wilt these vegetables in the puree. It looks like my seasoned vegetables are wilted.
We're going to start off with our tomatoes. This is our tomato sauce. We're going to put all 32 ounces in.
You put in your can of spicy tomatoes.
And about 1½ medium Creole tomatoes.
Now we're going to stir that up real good. We're going to let our tomato concoction cook about 25 minutes, and then we're gonna put about 100 ounces of chicken stock, tomato concoction, and all our chicken broth cooking.
And now we're ready for our big vegetables. We've got about 1.5 medium-sized red potatoes, about 4 carrots, and about 6 celeries.
Stir that up real good. Remember, I got my chuck steak cooking back here.
After it's been cooking about 5 minutes, we're going to go ahead and put our portobello mushrooms in.
Our big vegetables have been cooking for about 15 minutes.
Now it's time for everything else. We're going to put our frozen vegetables in. We're going to start off with our green beans,
Our purple hull peas,
our sweet corn.
our baby limas,
We're going to throw our onion tops in there. We're going to stir that up and see what it looks like. Hearty, hearty, hearty.
half a head of cabbage in there. Now we're going to let our concoction cook down for about another 20 minutes.
While our soup's cooking, we're going to prepare our scrumptious grilled cheese. We're going to take our fresh French bread and cut it up real thin.
And we're going to place them on our big pan. We're going to spread a thin layer of butter on each piece of bread. I'm not big on pasta in my soup, but we're going to put about this much angel hair pasta in it. And when the pasta's done, the soup will be ready for the meat.
Don't worry about the grilled cheese. We're going to put your oven on broil, and we're just going to put this in just to melt the butter. Here we go.
We're going to turn each one over. Now we're going to put different combinations of cheese on each bread.
We have a scrumptious variety of cheeses on our French bread, and now, you guessed it, we're going to put it back in the oven to broil for a couple minutes.
Watch it close because you don't want it to burn. Oop, it's bubbling. It's ready. That took less than a minute.
You're just going to put a little teeny pinch of garlic powder.
To top it off with some parsley.
We're going to leave it a half-face grilled cheese bread.
We're going to put all our seasoning in. Our sea salt, our favorite Cajun blend, and our pepper. Stir that real good. And remember, always season it to your taste. You remember our rice and gravy chuck meat? Ooh, looks ready. We're going to cut it up and put it in our soup. And don't think I'm going to leave that gravy out of the soup. Now I'm going to pour it in here. There we go. Now I'm going to fish out all my meat and gravy and slowly put it in the soup. Pooh, that smells good. My wonderful friend Haley here is half Hawaiian and half Cajun, so she's going to introduce our Cajun word of the day.
Our Cajun word of the day is "gade donc,"
which means, look at this. Cajuns use gade donc kind of like, oh, look at that. Oh, gade donc. Gade donc are hearty vegetable soup. Thank you for watching another segment of Hanging with Emma. Hope you enjoy your vegetable soup and your cheese bread.